you all what I did here. I trimmed off the top and the bottom of the carrot, and I give them a good wash, scrub them down really good. Then to make it easier for my food, well, I'm using a high-speed blender to break it down easier. I'm just gonna give it a rough chop like so. Yeah, and I have 3 pounds of carrots here, which are washed, of course, like I said. And what we're gonna use is 8 cups of water in total. So what I'm gonna do is use half the carrot in here, and 4 cups of water. I'm gonna puree it until it's nice and, well, it's gonna still have some texture to it. And then we're gonna strain it and get all that nice carrot juice out of it. So again, 2 batches, 4 cups of water each, 3 pounds of carrots in total. What I also want is a couple thick pieces of ginger to go in there as well. I like the sort of ginger undertone that, well, the ginger brings. Where am I today, boy? But anyhow, let me continue with this. Yeah, so I already have 2 cups of water and there are further 2 cups, so we got 4 cups of water. And now all I want to do is go ahead and sort of puree this or blend this on a high speed. Now I know a lot of people get offended because throughout the Caribbean we make this in one form or the other, and you know, in the title you're going to see me call it Jamaican carrot juice. And it's not to be disrespectful to any of the other islands, beautiful islands. I sounded like Trump there, boy. Beautiful islands that make up the Caribbean. Now, I do have an older version of this on CaribbeanPod.com, which is more of a Trinbagonian or Trinidad and Tobago version of this. And the difference is we tend to add, you know, stuff like Angostura bitters, evaporated milk. So there is a difference. And the reason why I'm calling it a Jamaican carrot juice, just to be clear, is I was in Jamaica about 15 years ago. After spending time in Negril and Montego Bay and Ocho Rio, drove down to visit friends, well, a good friend out in Kingston. And the morning when we woke up, we got there late at night, and the morning when we woke up, I could hear the blender going, and it was my friend's mom. Mommy was making carrot juice for us for breakfast. And this version is how she made it for us. So this is the sort of reason why I'm calling it loosely Jamaican carrot juice. It will only take a few minutes, and this is the sort of puree which will happen there. Notice it's nice and it's very pulpy. So now we're going to strain this into a nice big bowl. What I'm going to do is get a spoon and help me move it around like. And that ginger is really screaming out at you there, as well as the juice of the carrot itself. And you really want to press down. If you have a cheesecloth, you can use a cheesecloth, and that will give you brilliant results. Now that we have all of that strained carrot juice in here, I want to start adding flavors. Now, if you wanted to add this earlier, you could have added it, and it would have prevented the oxidization of the sort of dark color that you're seeing there. It would have been more brilliant. A lime, the juice of a lime. We're going to add the juice of a lime in there. Give that a stir, and I've already added half of a lime, so the entire lime went in there, and that is going to help it, you know, stop oxidizing. Plus, that sort of citrus flavor will be brilliant in here. Now the other things, now remember we have the carrot, water, ginger, and the lime juice. If you don't have lime, you can use lemon as well. But the other things are, I've got some ground cinnamon. I'm just gonna hit that just a tiny bit, maybe about 1/3 of a teaspoon. I also want some grated nutmeg in there. I'm just gonna grab one of my nutmeg, one that's been, and I'm just going to grate some of that in. And that nutmeg, man, freshly grated nutmeg is such a wonderful thing. And you don't want to go too heavy. I mean, it depends on whether you like nutmeg or not. So we've got that nutmeg in there, that cinnamon in there. And we've got to sweeten this. Yes, you can sweeten it in any form or shape that you like. And you're probably going to say, well, Chris, you took something healthy and you made it unhealthy by adding sweetened condensed milk. Yes, you need sweetened condensed milk. I am keeping very close to that original recipe my friend's mom in Kingston, that she shared with me so long ago. I also want a bit of pure vanilla extract in there. Condensed milk, some sweetened condensed milk. I'm gonna do very old school. If you grew up Caribbean, you know all about this. And you see them holes there? Listen, that thing there is pure pressure as a small man growing up in Trinidad and Tobago. Because what you would do when mommy and them would leave the house, yeah, you would go into the fridge, and once this is in the fridge, it's going to be hard. So you had to blow into one hole to force the condensed milk to come out into your hand, like that. And the earache you would get from that thing, boy, I'm telling you, that's proper pain, you know. Plus the cocktail you will get after when mommy came home and figure out to use up all the condensed milk for making the Milo and Ovaltine. You're in trouble. You're in real trouble. But anyhow, condensed milk in there. I'm going to use 3/4 tin, and this can is 300 ml. Yeah, use your favorite brand. This one here is not the greatest, but it is what it is. Trying to keep it cost efficient as well. At this point, I'm going to stop with the condensed milk, and we really want to give that a good stir. So if you want to get your whisk and whisk that in there. And I think personally, yes, I will switch over to the whisk because I want the spices that we added. Notice it's clumping. The whisk is going to sort of break that up. So now whisk that, just make sure it all comes together. Now here's the thing, if you are making this and you're going to be drinking it immediately, which means you're not going to put it into the fridge and you want to put ice in there, I would go a little bit heavier with the sweetened condensed milk or whatever sweetener that you choose to use. Simply because it will get diluted once that ice starts melting. If you're going to put it, slam it straight in the fridge, and you have a little bit of patience to allow it to chill naturally in the fridge slowly. You don't need to over sweeten it. What I'm going to do here now is hit that a little tasty taste. Proper stuff. However, I'm putting the entire can of condensed milk in there. I want it how I recall all those years in Jamaica, yeah? And you're pretty much done here, you know. All you need to do is chill this now, or again, ice. Big people, add your little rum, you know what I mean? You want a little Hennessy in there, whatever sort of alcohol. Personally, I would do an orange flavor liqueur in here. But again, we are from the Caribbean, so you know, a nice dark rum, and it's proper things, yeah? Final little stir. I'm going to pour it into my pitcher. It's going to go into the fridge to chill because I have patience. I have real patience. Yeah. What I do want to do, and I did rinse out my spoon if you're wondering, because I know all they're talking about juta and all kind of thing. Lordy Lord. Lordy Lord. You think proper. Anyhow, Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. I explain why I call it Jamaican carrot juice, even though the entire Caribbean has a version of this. Alright, go ahead and make it, enjoy it.